Hi students, good morning. Let us continue our discussion on mathematical induction. So last class we completed up to level 1. So let us start level 2 in this class. See question. Question number 3. For any integer n greater than or equal to 1, the sum sigma from k equal to 1 to n, k into k plus 2 is equal to. So we need summation for any integer n greater than or equal to 1. So summation is from k equal to 1 to n, k into k plus 2. So how can I get the summation? Sigma from k equal to 1 to n, k into k plus 2. So this can be written as, substitute k values. K is 1 means 1 into 3 plus k is 2 means 2 into 4, k is 3 means 3 into 5 plus and so on up to n terms. So up to n terms means n into n plus 2. So we have to find this summation. Okay. So we can see that the problem is in terms of n, options are also in terms of n. So better we verify. So let's verify by taking some values for n. Let n equal to 1. N is greater than or equal to 1. So we can take n equal to 1. So what will be left hand side value? N is 1 means sum up to 1 into 1 plus 2. That is 1 into 3. So left hand side is 3. Now see from options, when n is 1, which option gives answer as 3? Options. First option, n is 1. So 1 into 2 into 3 divided by 6, which is 1. So first option is wrong. Next, second option, n is 1. 1 into 2 into 3 divided by 6 is also 1. So second option also wrong. Third option, n is 1. 1 into 2 into 9 divided by 6. 2 3s are 3 3s are. So 3, it can be the answer. Next option, n is 1. 1 into 2 into 11 divided by 6, which is 11 by 3. So it is wrong. So only option satisfies, that is the third option. So required answer will be the third option. Okay. Let's see next question. 2 into 1 square plus 3 into 2 square plus 4 into 3 square and so on up to n plus 1 into n square equal to. So again we need sum of these terms, which is given in terms of n, and options are also in terms of n. So again let us verify by taking n values. Let n is 1. So what is left hand side for n equal to 1? Sum up to 1 plus 1 into 1 square. So 2 into 1 square. Sum up to 2 into 1 square, which is 2. So left hand side is 2. Now substitute from the options and see which option will give answer as 2. First option, n is 1. So n is 1 means 1 into 2 into 3 into 8 divided by 12. So we can cancel 4 2s are 4 3s are 3 cancel. So which is 4. But we need answer as 2. So first option is wrong. Next second option. N is 1. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 divided by 4. 4 cancel, we get 6. So second option also wrong. Third option, n is 1. 2 into 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. So we get 4 into 4. 16 3s are 48. Again it is wrong. We need answer as 2. Fourth option, n is 1. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 divided by 12. So 12 we can cancel, we get 2. So left hand side 2, right hand side 2, fourth option. So fourth option will be correct. Next, 1 cube by 1 plus 1 cube plus 2 cube divided by 1 plus 2, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube divided by 1 plus 3 plus 5, and so on up to n terms. So we need the sum up to n terms here. So problem is in terms of n and options also in terms of n. So we can verify by taking some values for n. Let us take n equal to 1. See what is left hand side for n equal to 1. Sum up to n terms. So n is 1 means sum up to 1 term. What is the first term here? 1 cube by 1, which is 1. So you should get answer as 1 whenever n is 1. So verify from options. First option, n is 1. So 1 into 2 into 3 divided by 6, which is 1. So maybe first option correct. Second option, n is 1. 1 square, 1 plus 1, 1 square, 4 divided by 4. So this is also 1. Maybe second option correct. Third option, 1 by 24 into n is 1. 2 plus 9 plus 13. So how much will you get? 15 plus 9. 24 by 24, which is also 1. So maybe third option is also correct. Fourth option, n is 1. 1 by 6 into 4 plus 3 plus 5. So 12 by 6 is 2. So fourth option is wrong. So our answer is either first option, second option, or third option. So by one substitution, we eliminated only one option. So let us take another verification and see which one will be correct. Let us take n equal to 2. Now n is 2 means what will be left hand side value? Sum of the two terms. So it is 1 plus 9 by 4. So which will be 13 by 4. Sum of the two terms, 1 plus 9 by 4. So which is 13 by 4. This is left hand side value. Now verify from options. So when n is 2, see that which option will give 13 by 4? First option. N is 2. 2 into 3 into 4 divided by 6, which is 4. So first option is wrong. Second option, n is 2. 4 into 9 divided by 4, which is 9. Second option also wrong. So third option will be correct because we are verifying only first three options. Fourth option is already wrong. So one of the first three options will be the answer. First, second is wrong means you can take third is correct. You can see 2 by 24 into n is 2. 4 into 2, 8. 9 into 2, 18 plus 13. This is 26. 2 into 2 by 24, it is 1 by 12. This is 26 plus 13, it is 39. So we can take 3, 13, d4. 13 by 4, which gives only in the third option. So the required answer will be third option. Okay. So if not by one verification, we take another verification and get the answer. Okay. Let's see next question. 3 into 6 plus 4 into 7 plus 5 into 8 and so on up to n minus 2 terms. Here we need sum up to n minus 2 terms. Again, options are in terms of n, so we can verify by taking some values for n. Now see, can we take n equal to 1 here? If I take n equal to 1, now we are taking sum of to 1 minus 2 terms, minus 1 terms. So there are no negative terms, minus 1 terms, 0 terms we cannot take. So our verification, where we should start the verification, at least we should get 1 term. So to get at least 1 term, so n value must be greater than or equal to 3 here. Okay. So let's start our verification by taking n value as greater than or equal to 3. So here we take value of n should be greater than or equal to 3. Then only we can verify, because we need at least one term for verification. So we take n value must be greater than or equal to 3. So don't take n as 1 or 2 here. So let us take n equal to 3. Now what will be left hand side? N is 3 means sum up to n minus 2 terms. N is 3. Sum up to 3 minus 2 terms. 1 term. So sum up to 1 term means this 3 into 6, which is 18. So left hand side is 18. Whenever we take n is 3. Now see from options, which option will give answer as 18? First option. N is 3 we are taking. So 3 cubed is 27 plus 9 plus 3 plus 2. So whatever the value, it is exceeding 18. So first option is wrong. Second option, n is 3, 27 plus n is 3, 9 into 6, 54 plus 5 into 3, 15 minus 42 divided by 3. So how much will you get here? So this is 9, 16, 2, 7, 9 minus 42 by 3. So it will be 54 by 3. So we get 18. So second option is giving 18. So maybe second option is correct. See remaining options also. N is 3. So 3 into 3 plus 1, 4 divided by 3 plus 4 is 7, which is 12 by 7, which is wrong again. Fourth option, n is 3, 27 into 2, 54 minus n is 3, 9 into 2, 18. So how much will you get here? 14 minus 8, so it will be 6, 36. It is also wrong. So only option gives 18 as same as left hand side. It is the second option. So required answer will be the second option. Okay. So this is important. When it is up to n minus 2 terms, n value we are taking greater than or equal to 3. If it is up to n minus 1 terms, we take n value greater than or equal to 2. If n is sum is up to n terms, we can take from n equal to 1 onwards. Next. If n is even, Sn is given 1 square plus 2 into 2 square plus 3 square plus 2 into 4 square and so on up to n terms. It is equal to given n into n plus 1 whole square by 2. So whenever n is even, sum of the n terms is given n into n plus 1 whole square by 2. If n is odd, then what will be? Sn. So sum is given up to n terms. If it is n is even, so sum of n terms is given n into n plus 1 whole square by 2. But if n is odd, now what will be the expression for sum of n terms? Okay. So let us take summation. Sn is given 1 square, 2 into 2 square, 3 square, 2 into 4 square, 5 square, 2 into 6 square and so on up to n terms. So up to n terms, sum is given as Sn. And this Sn is written as n into n plus 1 whole square by 2 if n is even. So whenever n is even, they are given the expression for sum of n terms as n into n plus 1 whole square by 2. Now If n is odd, what will be the expression for Sn? If n is odd, what will be the expression for this is sum of n terms. So we need Sn for odd values of n. Okay. So again, solving directly will be lengthy. So just verify. Now what values of n we have to take? Only the odd numbers. Okay. So we take only odd numbers here because when n is even, already we know the expression. So let's take some odd values for n and see which option will be satisfied. So let's take n equal to 1, which is odd. Now what will be the left hand side value? Sum up to 1 term. So 1 term is this 1 square, which is 1. So we should get answer as 1 whenever n is 1. So verify from options. First option, n is 1, so it will be 3 into 1 into 2 divided by 2. So which is 3. First option is wrong. Next, second option, n is 1, 1 into 1 plus 1 whole square, 4 by 4, which is 1. So maybe second option correct. Third option, n is 1, 1 into 4 divided by 4, maybe second option also correct. Last option, n is 1, 1 into 2 divided by 2, so maybe fourth option also correct. So by taking n as 1, we are eliminating the first option. So our answer will be either the second, third or fourth options. And let's take another verification. Let us take n equal to, don't take 2. If we take 2, n is 2 means already sum of n terms is given. So this is not needed. We need the sum when n is odd. So let's take n equal to 3 now. Then what will be left hand side? Sum up to n terms. So sum up to n terms means sum up to 3 terms. So what is sum up to 3 terms? This 1 square, 2 into 2 square, 2 into 4, 8 plus 3 square, 9, which is 18. So whenever n is 3, we should get the answer as 18. Now see which option satisfies. Now no need to verify first option, it is already eliminated. Let's take the second option. N is 3, 9 into 16 divided by 4. So 9 4 is 36. First option is wrong. Second option is wrong. Third option, n is 3. So 3 into 4 square divided by 4. 16 by 4, which is 12. So third option also wrong. Now see fourth option. N is 3. 9 into 2. Sorry, 9 into 3. N is 3. 9 into 4 divided by 2, which is 18. So fourth option will be required answer. Okay. So we are taking only odd values for n. By 2 verification, we can get the answer. Okay. Now see the next question. So the next question is, the sets S1, S2, S3 up to are given by S1 is 2 by 1, S2 is 3 by 2, 7 by 2 and so on. Then the sum of numbers in the set S20 is. Now observe the pattern here, S1, S2, S3, S4, some sets are given. Now we need the sum of elements in the set S20. So particular set they are asking, so we cannot verify. You have to solve directly. Now observe the pattern here. S1, first step is given having the element 2 by 1. Second set, S2 is given 3 by 2, comma 7 by 2, and S3 is given 4 by 3, 9 by 3, 14 by 3. S4 is given 5 by 4, 11 by 4, 17 by 4, 23 by 4, and so on. Now we need sum of elements in the set S20. So we want to write what are the elements of set S20. Now observe the pattern here. Now one thing is clear, in S1 we have one element, S2 we have two elements, S3 we have three elements, S4 we have four elements. So similarly in S20 how many elements will be there? 20 elements. That is one thing we have to observe. So here we have 20 elements. And what is the starting element? Observe the pattern. In S1 it is 2 by 1, S2 3 by 2, S3 4 by 3, S4 5 by 4. And you can see that each of these numbers in this set are divided by 4. That is the suffix of S. Each of these numbers are divided by 3, suffix of 3. So divide by 2 here, divide by 1. So what you can see, in S20 also each of the numbers they will be divided by 20. Okay, so each of the numbers are divided by 20. So that we should know. Each number must be divided by 20 up to 20 terms. So denominator we know, for each of these terms it is 20. Now what about numerator values? See, in S1 we have 2, S2 we have 3, S3 we have 4, S4 we have 5. So this element is 1 more than the suffix. Okay, 4 is 1 more than 3, 3 is 1 more than 2. So here whatever the numerator, it is 1 more than the suffix. So it will be 21. So first number we know 21 divided by 20. Now what about the next numbers? Observe this, the next numbers. Here difference is 4. Here difference is 5. Here difference is 6. Difference is 6, 2 more than the suffix. Difference is 5, 2 more than the suffix. Difference is 4, again 2 more than the suffix. So the difference should be 2 more than the suffix. So difference is 2 more than the suffix means what will be this number? Difference must be 22 here. So for that we should have 43. Okay, so that difference will be 22. So what will be next number? Add 22. So it will be 65 and so on up to last term. So last term we don't have to find. So up to how many terms here? 20 terms. So these are the elements of set S20. Now in this S20 we need the sum of the numbers. So let us take sum of these numbers. Clearly you can see the difference is same. It is forming a AP, where the first term is 21 by 20. Common difference is the difference between these two terms will be 22 divided by 20. Next, number of terms is 20. So for 20 terms we are taking the summation. So what will be the sum of elements in S20? Sum of elements in the set S20. This sum of 20 terms in case of AP. So let's take the sum of 20 terms. It is 20 by 2 into 2A. A means 21 by 20 plus n minus 1, that is 19 into D. D is 22 by 20. So let's simplify this value, we will get the answer. Denominator 20 we can take common and cancel. 20 cancelled. 1 by 2 into. So remaining is 2 we can take common. That also will get cancelled. So 2 in the numerator and 20 in denominator will get cancelled. So what is remaining? 21 here plus 19 into 11 here after taking the 2 common. So 21 plus 19 into 1, 19, 20. So we get how much? 210, 230. So the required summation is 230. Understand? So you have to observe the pattern between the elements of this given sets. Now based on the pattern, we can add the elements of set 20 here. Then we take summation because it is forming an arithmetic product. Okay. The next question. Question is, if 49 power n plus 16 into n plus k is divisible by 64 for n belongs to n, then what is k value? So for all natural numbers, this expression is divisible by 64, then what will be the value of k? So k value we have to find here. Expression is given 49 power n plus 16 into n plus k. It is divisible by 64 given. Now we need a k value. So for any natural number we take, this must be divisible by 64. Okay. So instead of solving this directly, so what we do is we take some values for n and see that what should be k, so that this total sum is divisible by 64. Now what values of n we can take? Any natural number we can take. Let's take n equal to 1. N is 1 means 49 plus 16 plus k is divisible by 64. So there is a summation here. 49 plus 16, 65 plus k is divisible by 64. Now see what should be the value of k, where 65 plus k is divisible by 64. You can see from options. If I take k as minus 2, so k minus 2 means 65 minus 2, 63. Is it divisible by 64? No. So first option no. If k is 2, 67. Is it divisible by 64? It is also wrong. K is minus 1, 64 divisible by 64. It is correct. 66 divisible by 64. It is wrong. So the only option satisfies here. It is k is minus 1. Okay. Maybe other values of k also we can take, but from the options, so only k equal to minus 1 satisfies. So required answer will be k is minus 1. Okay. So the next question. The greatest positive integer which divides n plus 2 into n plus 3 into n plus 4 into n plus 5 into n plus 6 is, if n belongs to n. Now we have to find the greatest positive integer which will divide the product of these terms. Now observe, any value of natural number n we take, n plus 2 into n plus 3 into n plus 4, n plus 5, n plus 6. These are the consecutive natural numbers. Okay. Any value of n we take, these terms are what? Consecutive natural numbers. Now how many consecutive natural numbers we are taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So product of 5 consecutive natural numbers. It is always divisible by what number? 5 factorial. Last class we discussed product of or consecutive natural numbers product of r consecutive natural numbers is divisible by r factorial. Okay, so using that formula, here we are given the product of 5 natural numbers. The product is divisible by, here product of 5 natural numbers is divisible by 5 factorial. It may be divisible by some other numbers also, but this will be the greatest number. So they are asking the greatest number, so it will be 5 factorial, which is 120. So required answer is 120. Okay. Next. N plus 2 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial is divisible by. So for some value of n plus 2 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial, it is divisible by what number? So again we take some value for n. Maybe we can take n equal to 1, because both are defined. Denominator 0 factorial also defined. So take some value of n and see that it will be divisible by which of these options. Another method is simplify. N plus 2 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial. We can write n plus 2 factorial in terms of n minus 1 factorial. So it will be n plus 2 into n plus 1 into n into n minus 1 factorial divided by n minus 1 factorial. So n minus 1 factorial will get cancelled. So remaining is n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. So required ratio is nothing but n into n plus 1 into n plus 2. Now this number is divisible by what? It is divisible by what number? Now again we can see n, n plus 1, n plus 2. These are 3 consecutive natural numbers. So the product of 3 consecutive natural numbers will be divisible by 3 factorial according to this formula. So it is important. Product of 3 consecutive natural numbers here is divisible by 3 factorial. So which is divisible by 3 factorial. So 3 factorial is 6. So it will be divisible by 6. Okay. So based on this formula, we are solving this type of models. See the next question. Let P of n be the statement. The statement is given. P of n is a statement given. Two power n less than 2 power n is less than 1 into 2 into 3 into up to n. Product of n numbers. Then the smallest positive integer n for which P of n is true. So what will be the smallest positive value of n? Okay. So here the smallest positive integer of n for which this P of n is true. Okay. We need the least value of n where this expression is true. So least value of n means what can be any values we can take? We can verify from options. So take the least value from the options. Least value is 1 we take. Let us take n equal to 1 and see that is P of n true or not. N is 1 means 2 power 1 less than product up to n. So product up to n is n is 1. So 2 less than 1, is it correct? No. So n cannot be 1. Next least number is n equal to 2. When n is 2 power 2 less than product up to 2, 1 into 2. So what we have, 4 less than 2 is also wrong. So n cannot be 2. Next list value is 3. N is 3 means 2 power 3 less than product up to 3, 1 into 2 into 3. 8 less than 6, it is also wrong. So first 3 options are wrong means we will take n as 4. See, if n is 4, 2 power 4 less than product up to n, 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. 16 less than, how much we get here? 12 into 2, 24. So this will be correct. Okay. So the least value of n must be 4. Then only 2 power n will be less than 1 into 2 into 3 and up to n. Okay. Not only 4, you can take 5, 6 and so on. So for these values also this expression will be true. But they are asking what is the smallest positive integer. So the smallest positive integer will be 4. Okay. So these are the problems based on mathematical induction. So try to complete the remaining problems from the material. Okay. So with this we will complete the chapter. Okay. Thank you.